Hello everyone, it's Darksig here again. Welcome back for another video. Today I am playing Insect Dies, Reno Mage. And usually I stay away from Reno Mage just because I find it more complicated to play than Reno Lock. Reno Lock can tap for answers, find those answers very quickly. Reno Mage can't tap, so your card draw is a little bit more limited, and so you have to make the absolute best use of the resources that you have in hand at that point in time. When you look at this deck on the surface, you can see cards like Frostitch Jaina, which is a staple in a staple card in any Reno Mage deck. You have some elementals, which I find interesting. So you've got Ragnaros, Baron Geddon. Okay, those cards seem fair enough. You have Zephyrus, Tar Creeper. Okay, seems normal. But then you have cards like Anomalous, which is quite strange, but I guess if the death rattle goes off, quite effective. What else do you have in this deck that is interesting? You have Pyros. I love that card, and so I'm very happy to see it included in this deck, to see how much value we can get from it. Other cool things in this deck include Yogg Saron and Puzzle Box. So we do have a few spells in this deck. So yeah, Yogg seems reasonable. But my favourite combo, I guess you can call it a combo, my favourite combo in this deck is Rhonin, who I absolutely think is a tremendous card in terms of the entrance effect, the music, the whole vibe that Rhonin creates, and the death rattle, of course. The death rattle giving you arcane missiles, which combo with Antonidas. This feels like 2015 Hearthstone all over again, and do you know what? I absolutely love it. So let's have a look at this deck in action on the Wild Mode ladder.
Medivh versus Throw.
Okay, we're going up against a Shaman.
Let the games begin.
Alright, keeping the quest seems sensible.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Okay, it's an even Shaman, and so we can expect perhaps an aggressive, explosive start from him if he has his Totem Golems, if he has his 4-mana 7/7s. Meanwhile, our hand is incredibly slow. We've essentially drawn into a lot of our late game. Oh, hello Pyros. Baron Geddon is a card that usually you tend to only want to play when Frostitch Jaina is active.
I appreciate
so you get the healing. And devolving our Pyros is just rude. It is just absolutely rude. But hey, we get a card that gives us armor. And I see Spell Power Totem there as the bigger threat on the board. I want to get rid of it. Alright, there's that aggression that we were talking about earlier. 4-mana 7/7.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Well, that's going to give us a bit of board presence. That's not too bad. So, he's just going to go face with 7/7, right? You would never trade into the Direwolf. Yeah. Thankfully, though, we can clear this board. And we actually are fortunate enough to retain 2 of our minions. Feels good. But yeah, all this late game is sitting in our hand. But we're getting closer to being able to play it, so this is fine. Sure. Waste a Jade Lightning on a 2/2. Happy with that. Okay. Tar Creeper will buy us a little bit of time. Seems good. So let's keep in mind that one Devolve has been used. He'll have a second copy in his deck. But that could be very relevant when we play cards like Anomalous, Barongeddon. Wow. Of course, he rolls well on the crackle. They always do. We may as well get the value here while we can, I suppose. Okay. What do we want to target? I guess... target the healing totem? I mean, it feels bad. There is a 4-mana 7/7 on the board. And it's going to whack us in the face again, but... we're getting closer to turn 9 for Frostlich Chainer. And at that point, we should be able to stabilise. Given that he's played 2 4-mana 7/7s, he's played a Thing from Below. So I guess the remaining threats will be what? Sea Giants, perhaps? So we can clear this board quite easily. Although I think my trade there was very poor. Yeah, I could have done that differently. I could have traded the 1-attack minions into the Taunt Totem. And so I think I've missed some face damage there. I don't know. I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it really doesn't matter because we're just playing Jaina.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
Magic! Magic!
And I love doing this.
Magic! Magic!
I mean, it must be very annoying for him.
Magic!
So yeah, I'll stop. I'll just make the attack. Okay, we're in such a commanding position here. Well, okay, that's your second evolve. There's a Sea Giant on the board. I think Anomalous here could be reasonable. It may force a trade with the Sea Giant.
Time melts away.
Is that the play here? I think it is. Alright, so you may trade and then redevelop onto the board, which is fine. Oh, okay. Maybe you don't trade.
Elements are life. Fatal to a stick. I love.
Alright. Oh.
Well
I don't understand that play. I'm not sure what he was thinking of. He just obliterated his entire board. Why did he do that? Did he not read the death rattle text on that card? Was he just not aware of the death rattle AoE?
Well
That has to be it. Of course, nobody plays Anomalous in any deck these days. And I don't know if anyone ever did. So maybe he just wasn't aware. Okay, we can now afford to have a little bit of fun with this deck. Let's just play the puzzle box. Okay, terrible start. Alright, you can stop drawing cards now. You don't need any more cards.
A fatal mistake.
Alright, that could have been worse. We could have milled ourselves. It could have been worse. Okay. With all this value in my hand, we should be in a very good position to react to what he does. Okay. So do we need to kill that legendary? Is that priority? Do we even care? We have Baron Geddon. Does that even do enough? I think with the weapon it's fine. Because that is a 4 attack weapon.
I'm ready.
Okay, that clears the majority of the board. And if he wants to kill Geddon, he may be forced to face tank it. So that will be 7 damage to his face. I'm okay with that. Unless he draws a spell. But look at where we're at in this game. Look at how far we've come. And we're at 33 health, including armor. And the aggressive deck has just put himself right down to 8 health. Unbelievable. We could go with the Rag lethal possibility here. But no, we just want to have a bit of fun. I want to try and drag this game out a little bit.
I'm ready.
Alright, let's see what he's got. We are 1 spell away from completing the quest. Again, I'm not entirely convinced that this quest is a good inclusion in the deck, just because I think Jaina's hero power is far superior.
Elements I like. Totems I love.
Alright, there it is. My first go with this hero power, my first time playing it. And we get a Flame Geyser. Alright. Sure.
Unravel.
How badly do I want to play Yogg in this game? We do have a few spells set up. Oh, he's giving me Wind Fury. Oh, thank you. Alright, let's do it. Before he concedes. From this position, would there be any way that Yogg could lose me the game? Is there a way for him to discard my entire hand and my deck?
A worthy disciple.
I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna wait. Let's just see what else we can do. Hopefully he plays ball here. Hopefully he cooperates. And we just drag this out a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Just keep trading here. And do you know what? I think we're going to end this game in style. Here we go. Ragnaros 8 to the face. Die, insect. Well, that was a lot of fun. Okay, next game is against a Warlock. Again, not entirely convinced by Raid the Sky Temple. But I don't know, maybe the random spells you get can prove useful. If Raid the Sky Temple was Discover a spell and it costs 2 less, I think that would be far better. Now, as long as he's not a Mechathune lock, we'll be quite happy. If he's a Reno lock, I'd be quite curious to see how this deck fares against him. Mechathune lock, though, could be a problem because he'll just tap and draw into Mechathune. Probably play Hemet and then just kill us before we can do anything.
Well played.
Okay, there's Pyros. Okay, so far I've been lucky enough to get Pyros early in both games. In the last game, Pyros was devolved. In this game, maybe we'll get lucky. Galvanizer? Mecharoo? Tap? So is this a Mechathune lock? Is he getting a discount on Mechathune? Or is he getting a discount on Snip Snap? Okay. I suspect we'll be seeing Summoning Portal soon, so I think I know what's coming.
Unity. Precision.
Interesting. So this is the version of the deck that's just going to summon an infinite number of Snip Snaps, right? So we need to be ready for it. Okay, another mech.
Incredible.
Taking his time, he's thinking here. Yeah, tapping. Playing anything else? Okay, you want card draw? Sure.
That's incredible.
Powering up. Portals online.
So this is setting up nicely here for Reno to come down. There should be a board clear. Well, almost a board clear, and I'm going to trade. I know that feels really, really bad, but I don't want to leave anything on his board.
Mind if I roll need?
We hunger for vengeance.
Sure, absolutely fine. We get a 10-10 out of that. I'm happy.
That's incredible.
So next turn we have a number of options available to us. Okay, Galvanizer again, so he's getting more discounts. It's a mech, so I want to kill it just to prevent the magnetic effect. And this has to be the first time that I've ever got an upgrade on the Spellstone. And getting more than one spell into my hand. It's pretty cool. So as we head towards turn 10, we have a number of heavy hitters in our hand. There's the summoning portal, of course.
That's incredible.
Does he have a way of playing this infinite number of snip snaps? Is this what's coming now? I don't think so. If he gets the portal to stick on the board, now that could be a problem going into next turn.
Almost out of time.
But gosh, I wish he'd hurry up.
I hope you like my invention.
Target double. It's the mech. Okay, so again, Snip Snap can get the magnetic effect going.
Winds of the south, come to my aid.
We're not going to give him an opportunity to take advantage of the magnetic effect. We're just going to make sure this board is nice and clean.
Unleashed!
Okay, so he cannot get a foothold onto this board. We just cannot allow it. And the 6/6 Wind Fury minion, now that's going to really help us. But oh, there's Glinda. And here he goes. Glinda, Mech Warper.
Powering up.
This is the combo. I'd forgotten about Glinda.
Portals online. Powering up. Portals online. Powering up. Portals online.
Yeah, this is a combo I've never played before.
Nothing can stop me.
And I don't intend to start playing it either. Obviously, if he had a minion on board he could attack with that was a mech, then he could start getting the magnetic effect on Snip Snap and attack with it, and we'd probably be dead. But yeah, this is a real annoyance to play against. Because how do you deal with it? If I was Reno Lock, I'd have Twisting Nether. But we are Reno Mage, and our AoE is a little bit more limited. Now, thankfully, we have Zephyrus in hand, which means we should discover a way to more or less clear up this board.
Is my suggestion.
Or at least get rid of the big scary minions. Oh, actually, no. We don't need to clear this board. I was so obsessed with clearing the board I'd forgotten with lethal. And there we go. Yeah. The perfect card was the Fireball. Okay, let's look at our next little game against a priest. This is our third game with the deck. I'm expecting Big Priest, because what else would it be? Not sure if I like my chances against Big Priest with this deck. It's going to be a slow start for both of us. Question is, will he have Barnes on 5? Thankfully he doesn't have the coin. We have the coin. So we can put the coin to good use potentially in this game. There's Rhonin, my favourite card. Not sure how much use Rhonin will be of in this game. Okay, tempo 5-4, sure. Well, at least we get to draw a card, so it wasn't completely wasted. We get to upgrade our Spellstone, or, well, put ourselves on the way towards upgrading our Spellstone.
The end is coming!
Oh, the end is coming. So this is not Big Priest.
Winds of the south, come to my aid!
This is such a good card.
Unleashed! Unleashed!
Okay. Dealt with the Doomsayer. So that's a lot of damage on board. 17 damage plus 1 from the hero power, 18 damage. We're closing in on lethal, believe it or not. And he's used Shadow Word Death already. Okay, fair enough.
Nothing can stop me. Nothing.
Alright, we don't have much to do here. This is an awkward turn. We don't have a minion that we can happily develop. Okay, a very, very slow turn. So he'll take full advantage of this, probably.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay, that's positive. Oh boy. It is Reno Priest. Interesting.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Right. I was hoping for Shadow Word Death, but yeah, this will do. Okay, so what are we thinking of now? We're thinking of... Oh. Seance of
Your
Zephyrus.
wish is my suggestion.
Why? Well.
Oh,
okay. I was gonna say, why did he play Zephyrus there? He wanted to draw a card, for sure. Yeah, we need to be thinking about Shadow Reaper Anduin, and we need to be thinking about the burst damage he can do from hand, depending on what spells are there with Anduin in play. Maybe he's got a Mind Blast. Alright. Here's Pyros. Bit late to the party, but...
The might of Dalaran has arrived.
So this seems like a bit of a bad play, because if Rhonin dies, our hand is going to be full. We're going to overdraw. But to me, these are the two best minions I can place down on the board. In terms of contesting stuff he plays, and that is so annoying.
The light has betrayed
He gets my Pyros, and now he kills off Rhonin.
yourself.
Alright. Well, as long as the card we burn is not Antonidas, and it isn't, we're happy.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
I'll take the Firelands Portal, I think. It's relatively impactful on this turn. I can play it on this and I can do some damage, shred his armor, develop a minion. That feels reasonable. Now I'm hoping that Caligos is going to prove difficult for him to remove. Oh, there's Antonidas. I think we just develop here. We develop Tony. And we get 3 fireballs out of this deal. Yeah, that feels really, really good. So how do you deal with this board? And can he kill me at my current health total? I don't think he can. Meanwhile, I have 3 fireballs in hand. He has to heal up.
Darkness speaks to me.
And to think, we've still got Reno Jackson in our hand, so we can heal up and negate a lot of the damage that he's doing to us with that hero power. This is such a fun deck. Honestly. Who would have thought that Rhonin and Antonidas here would work so well together in 2019 and put this Reno priest under such pressure? Because he is under pressure. I'm threatening lethal. Oh, okay, fine. He had Reno, but he still needed that entire turn to think about what to do. Fair enough. Do we have any kind of lethal here? We can cast 3 fireballs on 1 turn. There's 18 damage.
Interesting.
It's not lethal, right? 18 plus 4 is 22. No, it's not. We can hero power. No, it's not lethal. It's close, but it's not lethal. At least I don't think it was lethal.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
But I mean, would that have been so bad if we'd just gone all in on his face? Putting him so low. We've seen Reno. Would it have been so bad? I guess I would just want to play it safe, in case he's got other ways of healing up. But we are posing the same kind of question as last turn. How do you clear this board? How do you heal at the same time? How do you survive?
Well played.
I'm going to assume that he doesn't have an answer. Part of me wonders if I can just drag this game out like I did with the first game. But is that a risk I want to take against a Reno Priest? I mean, do we just play Puzzle Box for the hell of it?
My hand is full. That was folly.
Okay, so he dealt with my board, but let me just throw the damage face. Oh, okay, we're 1 off. Oh dear.
From the portal comes.
Oh damn. Okay, I had miscounted there. Oh dear. Still, Putting him to 1, it's not a bad thing. It's just dependent on whether he has additional healing. Seen Reno. What else do you have?
Shadowy thoughts.
Do you have anything at all? Do you have an answer? And again, I'm just so tempted.
Darkness speaks to
No matter what happens next turn, I'm just so tempted to play Puzzle Box, just to see what happens. But then again, I value my rank, and I value winning this game, so maybe not.
The shadows grow short.
I thought he'd rage quit there, but no, he's still alive. He's thinking about what to do. Okay.
No. Your victory proves
He was just showing off. Fair play to him. Okay, so insect dies, Reno Yogg Mage. This deck is so much fun to play. It may feel like a trip down memory lane with Rhonin and Anomalous, but to me, that is what makes this deck so much fun. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Before you ask, is this deck competitive? Well, I've won 3 games with it, so I guess it can win against top-tier decks on the ladder. But if you do not have the legendaries, I certainly would not go out of your way to craft Anomalous, and I would not go out of your way to craft Rhonin. If these are cards that you have, then maybe they are worth including and playing. The one thing that maybe I would take out of the deck is Raid the Sky Temple, just because I feel that Jaina's hero power is far superior. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.